Welcome to Doctorates of the Absurd, your provider of belief on demand. Today, we're diving into a mental model from Mel Robbins that is so powerful, it could totally rewire how you think about your relationships, your happiness, and even your success. It's called the Let Them Theory, and it all kicks off with this one kind of wild idea.
I know, right? That sounds completely backward. How could unsolved problems possibly be good news? But what if I told you that just accepting this one thing is the secret to getting your peace of mind back? That's the big tension we're going to pull apart today.
So here's our game plan. First, we'll name the villain, the thing that keeps us all feeling stuck. Then we're going to give you two incredibly simple tools to fight back. We'll even show you how to use them against the nasty habit of comparison. And finally, we'll unlock the most powerful move of the whole bunch.
Okay, let's start with something we all know. That nagging feeling, that deep down need to control every little thing around us. We think it's keeping us safe, but honestly, it's a trap. Mel Robbins has a great name for it: the tyranny of control.
And look, this isn't just some abstract philosophical idea. For Mel Robbins, this tyranny had a very real price tag. Imagine being 41 years old, staring at $800,000 of debt, you're out of a job, and you're just paralyzed by anxiety. Her go-to move was avoidance, hitting snooze, blaming her husband, basically doing anything to not feel so completely out of control.
And this, right here, this is the heart of the problem. We do this to ourselves. We tie our own happiness to stuff we can never actually control: what other people do, what they think, how they feel. That is the villain we're here to take down.
So how in the world do you break free from that? Well, it starts with mastering your own inner world. It's realizing you can't control how you feel, but you absolutely can control what you do. And that's where our first tool comes in, the 5-second rule.
So picture this. She's lying in bed, just feeling crushed by the weight of it all, and she sees a rocket launch on TV, and this little idea just pops into her head. What if she just counted down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and literally launched herself out of bed? And you know what? It worked. That simple little countdown was enough to interrupt that endless loop of overthinking and feeling stuck. It was proof that she could take action, no matter how awful she felt. It became her secret weapon for winning the battle against herself.
But, and this is a huge but, here's the pivot. The 5-second rule is for conquering your internal world, your own hesitation, your excuses. It gives you control over you. But it can't do a thing about a traffic jam, it can't change your micromanaging boss, and it definitely can't control what your family thinks of you. For all that external stuff, you're going to need the other half of the toolkit.
And this, my friends, brings us to the main event, the tool for dealing with everybody else. It's a huge shift in how you see the world, and it all comes down to two little words.
The story of where this came from is just so perfectly human. Robbins is at her son's prom, and she's trying to control every single detail. The corsage, the dinner plans for 20 teenagers, all while it's pouring rain. She was literally creating her own stress, trying to micromanage a situation that was just, completely out of her hands. And right there, in the middle of all that chaos, the theory was born. It's like a mental switch you can flip. A simple mantra to stop wasting all your precious energy trying to control the one thing you can't: other people. If they want to make bad dinner plans, you just gotta let them. Just think about the power dynamic you see in this image. Okay, so somebody doesn't invite you to a party, and you spin out, feeling insecure or angry. Well, who's tipping the scales down? You are. You're handing over your power, letting their actions literally weigh you down. And this isn't just for big, heavy emotional moments. You can use this a dozen times a day. That guy driving slow in the fast lane? Let him. Your coworker who never, ever refills the coffee pot? Let them. You get all your energy back when you refuse to let these tiny, uncontrollable things steal your peace. All right, let's take this theory and apply it to one of the most toxic habits we all have: comparison. Envy feels just awful, right? But what if it wasn't a weapon you use on yourself? What if it could be a tool? Okay, this is the big difference. Comparison is pure torture when you obsess over stuff that can't be changed. Their genetics, where they came from, you just have to let them have that. But it becomes a teacher when you focus on what they've actually done or built. Their success isn't a threat to you, it's a roadmap. It shows you what's actually possible. And this, right here, this is the huge aha moment. When you feel that hot sting of jealousy over something that's actually achievable, you're not really mad at them. That anger, that's a signal from you to you. It's your own potential screaming at you, calling you out for not putting in the work you know you can do. Which brings us to the final, and I think the most important piece of this whole puzzle. Let them is really only half of the equation. The real power gets unlocked when you flip the script from acceptance to action.
Now, it is so important you get this. This is not about being passive or just giving up. It's a strategic move. You're pulling your energy out of a war you can't win, the war of controlling other people, so you can pour all that power into the one person you can control.
So you start telling yourself, let them have their opinions, and let me live my life. Let them think I'm going to fail, and let me take that risk anyway. Let them judge my choices, and let me make the one that feels right to me. Can you feel that shift? That's not giving up. That is pure empowerment.
And this brings us to your ultimate power move. When you're dealing with someone who just won't change, you have a very clear choice. You decide if their behavior is a deal breaker. If it is, you end the relationship. If it's not, then you have to end your complaining and truly, fully accept it. Either way, the power to make that choice is all yours.
And here it is, the mic drop. The ultimate goal here isn't to get other people to like you or approve of you. It's to live a life that makes you proud of yourself. When your validation comes from the inside, what everybody else thinks just becomes noise. That, my friends, is real power.
So I'll just leave you with this one question. Who would you be? What would you actually do? What kind of life would you build if you truly, deep down, just decided to stop letting what they think stop you? The answer, well, it's waiting for you to go live it.